Hi everyone, this is Penny. So I am in my introvert gear. I wanted to make this as comfortable as possible. This is my brand new sweatshirt, which I essentially wear all of the time now. I finally got around to designing t-shirts and sweatshirts for my brand. So if you're interested in those, they're available on my website. Anyway, stop selling things, Penny. We need to get that out of the way, though, I guess. Yay, t-shirts, woo! So I wanted to make a vlog because I haven't made a vlog in a pretty long time. I remember for a while I was doing it on Sundays and it seemed to be going fairly well. Like, I actually had people who were interested in hearing about what was going on in my life. But part of the problem with being a 12th house sun is that I don't think I ever fully feel comfortable talking about what's going on in my life. And I just it feels so weird to be doing it on video. Like, yeah, I got married. Hi. That was probably awkward, like, especially if you don't follow me on Facebook and you don't know that I got married and you're like, oh, Penny got married? Oh, wait, was Penny ever even divorced? Like, what's going on? Who knows? So when I first started recording astrology videos, the very first few I did, I wasn't pregnant yet, but I was married. And then shortly after that, he and I started talking about having a baby, and, I got pregnant and I started doing more videos, and I had a baby and I kept doing videos, and we got separated, and then eventually we divorced. So all of that happened, who knows how many years ago by now. I'm not going to do my finger math. Not today, not worth the finger math time. But yeah, so I was single for pretty much all of Jade's life. I left when she was a baby, around somewhere between 6 and 8 months old. I always forget which one it is, but it's one of the two. And we left and we moved back to Texas, and we spent around 3 years in Texas. And we moved around within Texas a little bit, to different parts of the Austin, Texas area. And we moved south of Austin for a while. We moved north of Austin for a while. We did both. We were all over the place. And then I finally ended up moving back to Virginia because the trees were calling me here. I'm like, ooh, calling serene, magical things happening from the trees. And I felt like there was something back here in Virginia that was meant for me. And of course, everyone who knew me personally, when they first heard me talking about this, they were worried that I was going to go back to my ex-husband. Because, yeah, this is, as far as I know, still where he is. But I swore to them that wasn't it. There was no way I was going back to that guy. So I didn't. And I'm still here. I should have gotten myself some water. Jade, can you get me some water? Okay, thanks. That was me not thinking ahead. I'm usually so good at thinking ahead, by the way. All that Virgo and Capricorn stuff, I hardly do anything other than think ahead. But the one time I don't. Thank you, my sweet angel.
You're welcome.
She's great. I also keep getting reoccurring strep throat because I don't rest. And I was not taking my antibiotics on time, which is totally bad on me. You should always take your antibiotics on time. That's so important. I know that from things I've learned in school, but sometimes life is just crazy and I am not perfect. Maybe a Virgo rising, but all I can do is pretend to be perfect and criticize myself for not being perfect. Haha, just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Positive self-talk only. Anyway, what was I talking about? So yeah, life happened and stuff, and I moved back to Virginia. I mean, I'm pretty sure I already talked about this one on my channel, a little over 2 years ago now. It was in early November. So I actually stayed in Virginia all this time, and when I moved here, I wasn't really sure what it was. Part of me felt like there was a relationship here that was meant for me, and part of me felt like it might be some career opportunity, or someone I was gonna meet who I would wind up working with, or maybe just something new I was gonna learn, or maybe I'd be inspired by the trees here. I don't know. I really liked the trees. And that's what essentially caused me to move back here, was the frickin' trees. And Yeah, everyone thought I was crazy, but you know what? I did it anyway. So if you ever hear people like refer to me as being brave, then stuff like this is at least part of the reason why. Because like when I get like a feeling I need to do something, for the most part, I do it and it usually turns out okay. So I'm good at kind of taking a leap of faith in life. But anyway, happily ever after, into my current time. I totally think I was right about the Virginia thing. I still love it here. There's things I don't like, and I complain about them frequently. Uh, but the trees are still great. I still love the trees. I really like the people here. I can't like particularly think of too many people here who I don't like. Okay, like I might be able to count on one hand the people in like all of the state of Virginia that I've met so far that I don't like. But that's like really not a lot of people when you put it into perspective. So I like the people here. There's a lot of like great communities for me to like pursue the things that I'm interested in. And have I had like new career opportunities here? Nothing really big and life changing, but I have had some opportunities. I got to be in a short movie for the first time ever. I was so excited about that, but the freaking director was such a perfectionist that I don't think he ever made it public. So sorry, I was never able to share it. And I got to learn more about sword fighting, which I was really excited about. And I don't think that's something that I could have learned just anywhere. You know, most areas don't have sword fighting classes. And I got to, oh my gosh, I had so much work as a fitness instructor. So I learned more about teaching fitness classes. And then I got to start teaching kids martial arts classes as well. So to me, that was a huge deal, teaching the kids martial arts classes. And that happened just this past year, which is what I wanted to make the video about. Not specifically teaching martial arts classes, but oh gosh, I'm so off topic. This is just the way I ramble. This is just the way like my Mercury retrograde works. So I just wanted to make a video about like kind of reflecting on my whole year and talking about everything that has been happening. So at the beginning of the year, I had just gotten hired at like 5 different gyms in the area. And I got fitness classes on schedule really quickly with them. So I had a lot of fitness classes I was teaching. Thankfully, teaching fitness classes isn't all that time consuming, so it didn't get in the way of astrology or anything per se. And it still allows me to have plenty of time to do readings and create content. So it's a great job, great for me as someone who has ADHD and Mars and Gemini in the 10th house and Saturn in the 6th house, the house of health, and the oppositions to the 12th house. So I feel like I'm getting kind of like that spiritual and health balance in my life every single day by practicing both fitness and astrology. So yeah, I got to do all those great things. You know, I came into the year already in a relationship with my now husband. I had been involved in a car accident, unfortunately, shortly before the year began, and I didn't yet know how much it was going to change my life. I hate talking about sad things, but in case you didn't know, that's a thing that happened too. I was involved in a car accident. Um, so, trying to get the because I'm upset about it. So I'm trying to get the feelings of upset and the sadness out of my head. And like, I know other people are gonna like sad react when they see this video. And I don't want you guys to be sad. Like, look, things happen in life, and I just try to find a way to use what I actually have and do what I actually can do. So I don't want to mope about it, but it's nice that people care, and you don't need to worry too much. Like, I have pain still from the car accident, even though it was more than a year ago, and it makes me grumpy sometimes, but it's like not, at least I'm not usually grumpy. I don't know, I feel bad when I'm grumpy. Anyway, stop. Okay, what was the topic? What are we talking about? Okay, so yeah, I came into the year with like all this stuff already going on, and I had like, I don't know, I might have had 3 or 4 jobs at the time when the new year happened, when 2019 began. But it was either in December or like January when I decided to quit my real adult job, which, oh my gosh, I'm bad at having real adult jobs. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be that way, but that's just how it is. They don't work out well for me, mostly because I couldn't afford childcare for the amount of pay that they were giving me. And this one was just this, their scheduling was a mess, and I couldn't find childcare on such short notice, and they wanted me to like have full availability for their whims and whenever they felt like scheduling me. So yeah, that job, it was working with medical records, and I quit that job I think before the year even started. So I came into it basically just focusing on the two things that are important to me, fitness and astrology. And I think I had a pretty great year from there. I've noticed with my clients that no news is usually good news. Like, if I haven't heard from them in a long time, it's usually because they're off having a great life and they found the things that it is that they want, and they found solutions to the things that they were asking to get readings on, which is so great. And that's what I want for them. But then it's also like that funny little reminder. Like, sometimes I'll try to check in, but I know that no news is good news. I know that that usually means things are going well for them. So I haven't really felt any need to talk about what's going on in my life, but I do want to share some of the good vibes and some of the good positive energy. So we had still a lot of hurdles to overcome in 2019, me and my little family, which now includes my husband and my daughter Jade, who I now refer to as his daughter because I feel like he's really the one who is meant to be her father. So we've all come together, and I feel like I really have nothing more than good news. That doesn't mean that our lives were totally easy, though. We had a lot of obstacles that we had to overcome, and some unexpected stuff happening financially that we had to overcome as well. And still, things aren't perfect, but they are really great. And I'm glad that I've been able to focus more on my astrology business and build that back up again, because I really like doing readings, and I like creating content that's like online and like really going into detail, but it's also super time consuming. So I have to like have the free time in order to be able to do it. But anyway, that's basically what my 2019 was like. And if you want to leave a comment below and let me know what your 2019 was like, then we can go ahead and do that. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.